I'm Vic Myers. Welcome to The Resistance. A couple of weeks ago, I talked about the government shutdown and the blame game that always comes with it. Today, I want to talk about the goals and consequences of this shutdown, what it really means for us. Because this one, it's not just another round of political theater. It's strategy. It's not about saving money. It's about breaking the system. Every day that this shutdown drags on, Congress gets weaker, the courts grow quieter, and the executive branch gets stronger. It's not an accident. That's a plan. The Republicans are refusing to even discuss solutions to ending the shutdown. That's because they don't want this government to function. They want a different kind of government altogether. They want to finish stripping Congress of its power. They want to silence the courts. And they want to fill every agency with people who only answer to them. They're counting on people not noticing, and polling shows that many aren't. They've been tearing down this government since January 20th of this year, and now everything that's happening just feels like another day on the calendar. So, if the Republicans are using this this shutdown to tear apart the government, the obvious question becomes, should the Democrats just give in to get it open again? I don't think so. Not without getting something real in return. The Democrats are fighting to restore funding for health care, to stop cuts to the Affordable Care Act and Medicaid that millions of Americans depend on. If they can force the Republicans to walk those cuts back, they won't just be protecting families. They'll be slowing down the march to dismantle the government itself. Earlier today, I saw a video by Tad Sturmer that really stuck with me. He talked about how after the Civil War, when the Confederates were out of power, the people who still believed in human rights used that brief moment when the South's former leaders were excluded from Congress to rebuild the nation's foundation and pass the 13th, 14th, and 15th Amendments. He also reminded us that even before that, during slavery, some northern states stood up to federal injustice, using their state courts to block the Fugitive Slave Act and refusing to let their jails be used for slave catchers. Then I saw a video by Representative Melanie Stansbury from New Mexico. She talked about how this administration has been consolidating power in the executive branch, eroding checks from Congress and courts, going after individual liberties. She sounded a lot like Ted Sturmer. The two of them got me to thinking. I figure if they're tearing down the system, the federal system, from the top, then the only way to save it is from the bottom, by strengthening democracy in our states so it can stand back up again. While Republicans are tearing down our federal democracy, it's up to us, the people, to strengthen our local and state democracies. Elections are already happening for school boards and town councils and mayors across the country. Here in Colorado, voters are also deciding on Prop LL and MM, measures to protect and expand funding for free school meals statewide. That is what it looks like to strengthen our state and prepare for a federal government that's fallen apart. From there, it moves up to the state level, to the governors, legislatures, and attorneys general who can keep their states functioning no matter what happens in Washington. When those leaders are competent and committed to democracy, their states become a firewall against federal collapse. Those elections happen next year, and the work to win them starts now, finding, supporting, and electing the people who can make our states stronger. This is how we protect democracy in America, by building strength where democracy still works. Every city, county, every state that chooses leadership over Republican chaos helps keep this country standing. We're not giving up on America. We're doing the work to save it. Thanks for listening. Good day.